That's briars. Don't want those. Yeah. It's pretty. So this, I'm thinking about actually coming fishing down here. Maybe as early as tomorrow. I might actually go get some tackle. So there used to be a fishing ban. You could fish, but you couldn't eat them. But now you can eat them, except for a certain species I'd have to check. But apparently you catch a lot of gar. So that is a thought, to do a little bit of fishing. I don't know if that's something you guys would be interested in watching. So part of what I've thought about is I'm thinking of either rebranding my channel SYN Foods, or I guess I could leave it on there. But I want to move towards self-sustainability a little bit, which I already kind of touch on some of that stuff, self-reliance, but kind of goes hand in hand with bushcraft, survivalist, camping, things of that nature, making the most of what's around you, from recycling to actually foraging. There's a lot of splashing going on over there. I assume there's a turtle. Oh, there's a bird. You can see its reflection. Look how pretty that is. Oh, wow, it's a crane. Look at it. Okay, I'm going to take us a little bit deeper here. Look for more plants to potentially identify as edible sources. There's a lot of these bushes that have these blackish berries. So those blackish berries, they're a little bit, I guess, well, they're purpley, but if I crush this a little bit, you guys can see what's on the inside. Sort of this green, fibrous, and the purple kind of rubs off really easy. So this is what we got. Got this guy. And it's probably still summerish, autumn, because I would have to look if it's in Texas. He looks a little bit familiar. Doesn't grow in Texas, so this would probably be an incorrect identification, because maybe these turn red, or the leaves turn red later. It wasn't very thick, woody stems. Well, actually, desert hackberry? Maybe. Possibly. Spice bush? Could be. Barely, but could be if they turn purple at the end. That definitely looks like it, but the leaves are definitely not correct. Well, this book's gonna get dirty anyway, so. Nope, those are actual grape-looking leaves. Okay, these guys look pretty close. Okay. Does not grow in the right location. Those aren't it. Keep going. They look similar. Nope, not the right location of growth. Hopefully it's not one of these ones I'm skipping over. It's still so warm here that it could be in this summer section. Oh, these look pretty similar. But no, they don't grow in these clusters. I don't know these bilateral leaves. I need to read up more on plant identification. Those look more like blueberries. Got the little end on them. I did see a prickly pear in there. I'll try to get that on video real quick. I've got to go because the light's starting to die down. So So far, no luck, which could just mean they're not edible. A cattail briar, and I think it's one of the only plants that has both the little twisties, the little grippy things, I forget what they're called, and spines. And the shoots, which you usually only find, I think, in spring, according to the last video I watched, are edible. I believe the roots are edible, and these little dudes are edible, but they're hard and gross right now because it's the fall. These rabbits. Or birds. Okay, bird. At least over there. So this looks like an animal path right here. See how it's worn down and there's kind of a hole there? That doesn't look like something people go through. That looks like something animals go through. Let's see, I don't know much about tracking, but that's one of the things I want to learn. So this is a big briar patch. So if you guys look at all this, so maybe there's some fresh growth. Probably not. It's probably been too cold. So I'm not seeing any of these briars that have fresh growth on the ends. Yeah, the fresh growth is all died off. Again, probably too cold. But I know that's one food source. That's some weird looking poop. Full of hair. Okay, let's see if we can do this. So we can see, try to identify these later. There we go. Oh, you can focus on that. That's nice. Kind of get an idea of what the plant looks like. There's the base of it. It's basically a tree. Basically a tree. Right, so we got some nice muddy area. The mud makes it where we can identify tracks easier. So there's definitely a lot of dog. So that's definitely some dog prints right there, probably. Could be coyote, but probably way too big. So I already see 3 different types of tracks right there. But the problem is it's so muddy that I'm a little scared to get down there close. So we're gonna come down here and I'm gonna zoom. So that's probably a raccoon track right in between those 2 dog tracks. And I did see a deer track. Let's see if we can get down there without sliding. Should be okay. Oh wow. Oh, that's scary. Okay. Make sure I got a good footing because this is slippery and I really don't want to get soaked. Not with my new phone. Not sure what caused that weird hole. Okay. So this one I thought was interesting. This guy right here with the 2 dents and the 2 little nooks. Almost looks like some sort of deer. This is maybe a coyote or a raccoon of some sort. Try to find a clear print. There's one right there. It's a little upside down, but you get the idea. If you guys could help me try to identify it. This one's really small. This guy's cute, just in size comparison. Size comparison. see if we can find one more type of track while I'm down here. Some really big dog tracks. Just regular dogs. I'm gonna slide right down in this water. Here's that prickly pear I was promising you guys. Supposedly not very fun to eat, but you take off these spines, the big ones. You roll these around, knock them off, like with 2 rocks on either side. And then generally you would get a bigger one. Those little orange things you don't want to eat. You carve them out, but then you can cook and eat the rest. Okay, so a basic deadfall trap. You want it to be able to smash, so you'd want something heavier than this. And you would take, so this is just theoretical, this is not going to be functional. Where did I see those two? You want 2 sticks, longer than this for sure. These are like almost petrified. Longer than this, 2 flat ends. And then I'm going to set you up against my foot. Hope you guys can see. I can't see if you can see. Prop this up. But you prop them up on top of each other like this. So this isn't gonna work because the way this is set. Oh, so that's the concept. So it'd be balanced, and then you'd put bait like on it, and then it would snap down like that. Bigger rock usually. And then you would set up like 10 of those. We're out of the woods. 10 of those or so. For every 10 you might get 1. If you're really, really, really good at it, you might get 1 for every 5, but you're not going to get 1 on each. This is really pretty. Hey guys, I'm gonna head back. I was just practicing with the casting net. That's what you saw me doing. I haven't used one in a few years. And I'm also practicing my selfie stick action, which is also something I have not done much of. So here's my backpack. When I get some more money, hopefully I'm gonna get an actual camping backpack. I'm gonna get a lot of my camping gear tonight. I might get a chance to show some of it to you. And I'm just tying my casting net to that. My arm is super sore, which is essentially I came out here to work out. Oh, okay, so we got that. So here's what we're about to climb up. You know, it's not super hard. There's some pretty lights back there. Wow, it's just really weird looking at myself on the camera. So let's come up here. You got a focus camera? There you go, good job. Got some pretty reflections on the water. Here we go. I'm gonna go home. I'm not sure the way that most people come down here. The way I came down was kind of roughly through the woods, but I know there's actually a path that leads up to my apartment. It's also a bit of a thing. Oh. Whew. Evening. I just wish the weather was like this like 6 months a year. It'd be perfect.
But it's not. It's nice.
I'm from Alaska, man. This is rough. I probably won't be this weekend, but next weekend I want to go camping, so I'm just trying to break myself in a little bit. So I have a few locations. There's the grasslands in North Texas above Fort Worth, National Grasslands. And then there's also Dinosaur Valley State Park, which obviously sounds way awesomer, and it is. The only thing is there's only a few sites, and I'd have to be able to reserve it. This is a little bit of a climb. In the dinosaur park, as you might guess, there's dinosaur tracks along the riverbeds, and so you can go camp out, and then during the day you can do the trails. And I think that it's geotag or something. You can use that to find them all, and that'd be pretty cool. But the grasslands, I can camp anywhere I want, but obviously I'm still going to try to camp where there's obviously been camping before, out of respect for the natures. The leaves are a little slippery. I need to be careful. So yeah, it's between those two for now. Like I said, no one ever comes back there except kids and families once in a while. It's not actually an official part of the park here. So I could go down there and like make a little fire in my solo campfire thing. It wouldn't be a ground fire, so it should be allowed. Same thing if you're going to cook on a grill. I hear people playing soccer. And I don't know, come down here and like cook a little meal, play with some of my camping equipment I got, maybe try to set up my hammock, just unpack it and test it out and then pack it back up. Ooh, the moon's really pretty. I don't know if you guys can see it. And part of the problem too though is I do want to record chunks of my camping trip, which, you know, the first few camping trips, my goal is to start camping 6 to 12 times a year. You know, short things, but I want to get to the point where I can go out in the wilderness for, you know, half a week at a time. That's sort of my ultimate goal, if I'm going to be honest. My bucket list goal, holy shit, is letting the camera adjust, is to go backpacking on some sort of like, you know, couple week trail, maybe not that long, you know, in a couple years. You know, maybe I'll get gung-ho and do it next year, probably not. But that's my ultimate goal, is to go, you know, maybe by myself, maybe with someone, but probably by myself actually. And I don't plan on just camping by myself, but I don't have to rely on other people's schedules and trying to find other people to go with me. Because I'm pretty confident. I think I can handle myself. I know how to use a knife and mace and kick my butt and woo! Maybe I'll get stabbed. But if we always lived our lives in fear, which most of us do and we don't even realize it because it's so normalized to live in fear. We wouldn't do much of anything. Cars, I'm way more likely to die in a car accident than I am getting stabbed and killed. Solo camping. Well, I'll go ahead and end this video here. Give me some feedback. You know, the more comments I get, the more videos I make. And I know it sounds superficial, but knowing, just someone saying, oh, I'm really looking forward to the next video, it helps. It's like, yeah, someone liked it. Because I can do this on my own, but I'm doing it for you guys. And I love to hear you guys. Give me something to reply to. Like, have you looked at this place? Have you tried this? And I'm also going to include a link below of the camping gear that I have so far. And feel free to leave a comment, and I might add something to it. And maybe, I don't know, maybe something. I'm gonna get off here because I'm about to get on the road, and I'll be on the road for a minute before I get home. So anyways, I'll talk to you guys in the comments below, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!